Alright, so let's get to the VOD review. Uh, let's skip to the part where there's actual gaming. Hold up. Right here. Alright, you're running Smasher on the mount, otherwise you'd be there. Hey, okay, Wumbo, that's fair. You regged. Thank you for the reg, Ace. It is free to register. So, Wumbo, this is going to be an interesting VOD review. I don't know how long you're going to stick around for. However, this is going to be Shadow PR's Bayonetta, #1 in the city. Best Bayonetta in the world. Right? This is your Bayo, by the way, Kappa. And then this is the Shadow PR me Swordie. Right? Now, before we even talk about this match, I want to try to lay down some fundamentals that you need to keep in mind. Look at the bottom. Oh, dude, nice. Yeah, I know. Your Bayo kind of hype. Alright, so before we even get into this, let's just talk about something. And it's the fact that when you're playing against Bayonetta, right, you need to make sure if you want to play very anti-Bayo. Alright? So if you don't know that matchup very well, you might not know how to do this, but just realize what are her strengths as a character compared to other characters of a similar archetype. She has burst options, right? But they're more or less going to cover the zone right in front of her. So you could think about when you fight Bayo, play anti-Bayo, S tier advice things. For real! The thing is, a lot of players stick to their own game plan. So that's why Bayo bodies you. If Bayo keeps bodying you and you don't know why, it's probably because your game plan is too obvious and she just keeps calling out your jumps because you want to get into the air. A very, very common habit in Ultimate specifically is players keep putting themselves in the air because it probably has to do with the fact that you hear this. Everyone talks about how safe aerials are in Ultimate, right? So you want to put yourself in the air, right? But if you put yourself in the air and Bayo reads it, you get yes. And there's so many players that have a habit of short hopping in neutral for no reason or overcommitting to engagements by jumping, and you might not realize that you have this bad habit. And truth be told, right, I get so much mileage. This is the one habit that I exploit when I fight other players, no matter which character I'm playing. However, Bayonetta specifically thrives on this even more, right? So she's got ABK, right? It's gonna call you out if you jump, call you out if your landings are sloppy, call you out if your approaches are sloppy, right? You really got to think of it as like a Ganondorf. Imagine if Ganondorf Whiz Kick was a combo starter and an anti-air, right? You would probably be like, I should probably not get hit by this move. For some reason, though, people don't realize just how much they get with a ton of rising there. Exactly. And that's why a lot of players complain about Palu, because they get hit by a rising there when they realize what the real issue is. There's so many characters in this game that can call out your short hop habits and punish you for it. It's just that when Palu does it, it starts a slideshow combo, right? Where it's 4 natives in a row, so people really remember, God, this move is broken and whatever. But like, I can anti-air you with a lot of characters and take advantage of this habit as well. It's just really noticeable in some characters in particular can thrive off this and just destroy players that are seated below them. A couple other things to note about Bayo: she can't do ABK2 if she passes through your shield. So if you're shielding at ledge and she crosses you up with ABK, you can pressure her, just space around there. These are tips to keep in mind, is that if you ABK, you shield the ABK, that's not optimal either. Afterburner kick, that's the aerial version of her side B. So the aerial side B that goes diagonally up slightly, that one's ABK. Right? Just so yeah. Anyways, so if I had to admit, also here's another thing, is a lot of zoner players, right, get kind of destroyed by Bayonetta because she has a second burst option for approaching you, and it's this diagonal down, the downwards ABK, right, coming down is a nice angle to punish players. While this isn't that relevant as much in this game, right, it is still an option. She has another angle of approach, then players kind of get bodied for that. So if Bayonetta is really good against playing as projectiles, she could just jump over one of your projectiles and ABK you. This is really common. right? Shadow Pier goes for a lot of down ABKs, yeah. So point is, if you don't understand the spacing of her burst options, you're gonna get hit and you're not gonna know why. So is TM40 supposed to be aerial ace? Nice. Is his main tool for catching air dodges? Yes. So you gotta keep in mind that this is a character with burst options, right? But they're like set range burst options. You gotta learn how to play around those, right? So, and that also Shadow's a player. He's just really, really, really good. So on top of any matchup specific things, if you have a bad player habit, he's gonna really exploit it and bring it out of you. But that's not Bayonetta anymore. That's just him as a player. So you gotta be really careful and separate what is Bayo doing really good and what is the player, the competitor you're fighting, what is he finding to exploit you, right? So with that being said, to oversimplify it, don't jump in neutral, right? Unless you're baiting out ABK intentionally, right? And like space out. If you see me play against Bayos on quick play, I would literally just hold shield. But that's not gonna fly against a really good Bayo though. But it's just a thing you keep in mind. Alright, so first thing you do, you throw this chakram. Not terrible, except I already have a problem with this. Alright? Ace, this might not seem like it was a bad chakram, right? Because you didn't get explicitly punished for throwing the chakram. However, if the chakram doesn't hit, you're now stuck on the platform. The game just started and you're already in disadvantage from this projectile, right? I know why you did a jump and I see the angle you're trying to cover. However, there's a chance, like think about it, if the chakram hits, what do you really get out of it? Versus what if chakram whiffs? Now you're stuck on the platform. That's a committal chakram. I never like options that keep you on the PS2 spawn platform. Correct. Right? There's a reason why you'll see most players, the vast majority of players, will drop through the platform and that's it. Right? It'd be one thing if you jumped forward with the chakram and threw it to cover this area. Like, if it covers run off the platform and fall through the platform, then it would have been a good chakram and you can at least fall to the ground, right? But really, you should just drop through the platform, if I'm completely honest, right? There's going to be very few instances where I think staying on the platform was a good idea. For instance, Isabel can dash attack very quickly and that projectile comes in a perfect arc and it'll hit anyone who drops to the platform or runs off of it. Right? So anyways, I don't think this is a good chakram to be throwing out. Right? It maybe if you fell through the platform, yeah, I was gonna say, if you fell through the platform and then threw the chakram straight forward, that would have been better. So now, because now you're in an awkward spot and you realize, oops, I'm in an awkward spot. So yeah, let's see how you deal with being in this awkward spot. Okay, you dropped shield. So you got a parry. Now I'll find out if this parry was intentional based on your punish. Yep. This is how you could tell it was an accidental parry, because you were just trying to drop platform and run backwards, right? So you let go of shield, you got the parry animation, and you didn't react at all to the fact you just got a parry. And you decided to dash away instead. But this whole situation could have been avoided if you just dropped to the platform. Parry. Okay. Drop to the platform and chakram instead. Or just drop to the platform and don't press anything. That's an option too. But it's matchup specific. Keep in mind, like, projectiles are commitment, and it comes with time to know, was this worth it? So run away, you get caught with the fair 1, 2, 3. Okay, only 12 damage though. Now you're in disadvantage. Okay. Fair 1. Okay. Okay, so he mixed you up here, right? This looks really quick, but the fair 1 into up B is not true, right? This isn't a true thing, but of course it's a mix-up, right? It's a mix-up to catch you pressing nothing. Hey, what's Carlos acing everyone? What's up? Yeah. Not much, Krebs. We're actually reviewing a VOD from SFC. It's actually Ace versus Shadow PR. This is the theme of today's stream. Today's the me stream. But anyways, then you're gonna get hit by 1 ABK. But you're still not gonna die. Ah, the second one doesn't connect. Look at this. You fell out a weird angle. It'd be like that. He can't really get too much out of it. So, if you only take it 24 damage, it's okay. It's alright. Only 24 damage. You're gonna recover. Okay. You're gonna neutral get up. And then you're gonna forward air. Okay, what does Shadow do here? Nair the, okay, so he nared to cover ledge jump. Okay, so he jumped. He's doing his lingering nair. Oh no, I think he just naired. Okay. Backer's not gonna cover it. Ooh, forward air's gonna catch him. Let me see what you do with his advantage state. Okay, nice. Good down tilt. Okay, I don't know why you did a second down tilt though. So yeah, this is actually kind of a common problem I see, specifically with the following moves, right? Squirtle forward tilt, Lucina, Chrom, me Sword Fighter down tilt, Rob down tilt. These are moves that, because they're so quick, people think they kind of, you don't have time. How do I say this? Swordie down tilt is like a Twix. You can't just have one. Yeah, but that's kind of the problem, right? Is that unfortunately, by doing the down tilt twice in a row, you're kind of not using the strength of this move. So one of the strengths of this move is the fact that it has low FAF. You didn't think the first one would hit probably, but that's the problem, right? We're gonna go more into details, right? But this ace, this is really common. It is not just you, right? There are actually very few players who properly use these types of low FAF moves. We're gonna go to me Sword Fighter, because Lucinas do it too, right? Lucina mains, Chrom mains, almost everyone with that style of down tilt or forward tilt. Pichu mains do this too, right? With their down tilt. So your down tilt is 19 total frames, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, take your time, think about this move is basically almost non-committal because it is pretty much impossible to punish on reaction, right? Because it's only 19 total frames, you can throw this out and by the time it's over, you can shield, right? By the time your opponent reacts. So what you really want to be doing is you want to throw out one down tilt and try to react as quickly as possible to the situation, right? Try to react to, did this move whiff? Did it hit shield? Or did it hit my opponent, right? You might not have time, right, to appropriately punish. However, think about the following. If the move whiffs, then doing a second one, that F smash, yeah, okay, we're not gonna talk about the other moves. Yeah, it's not very big. It's not very big. It's not very, that's not the DLC move. This is. So, ace, down tilt. You need to think about there are three possibilities for down tilt. It hits shield, it hits opponent, it whiffs, right? If it whiffs, then doing a second down tilt doesn't make sense. If it hits, doing a second down tilt doesn't make sense. If it hits shield, maybe the second down tilt makes sense. However, right? Oh, same thing with like Lucas moves, right? That S smash used to be so good. Yeah, it's a little smaller. So the point is by buffering a second down tilt, you only cover one possibility, and that is shield. And even then, you don't necessarily cover that one optimally, because if you do a second down tilt, instead of becoming a -6 option, if you mentally buffer two down tilts is a -11 option, right? Because between the second one hitting, gives your opponent time to spot dodge, jump away, anything. You basically give up the pressure you had. So what you want to be doing is you kind of want to down tilt, and then think about, if I forward air, there's a chance it might poke to shield. It would confirm, it might also confirm, right? Maybe a short hop fair. Yeah, I was gonna say, after the down tilt, just go for that fair, right? Because it might poke to shield, right? If it whiffs, well, now you're approaching forward, right? And if it hits, well, then it's the fair. You can also down tilt, run up, right? And see what happens. Because a lot of opponents are going to be holding shield. Think about it. Your opponent better opponents anyways, will not mash grab if this hits their shield. They're not going to mash grab, right? They're probably going to jump away, roll away, right? Do an out of shield option, something like that, right? But most of the time, they know this is safe. This feels safe, right? You could do down tilt, dash in, and see what your opponent does. And that'll give you time to react to it hitting shield. You could dash and grab, right? That gives you time to confirm off the hit and keep up a pressure, keep up the advantage. And if it whiffs, you can run forward and keep pressure going, right? So I would really recommend down tilt, forward air, or down tilt, run in, depending on what your opponent chooses, right? Down tilt, grab. Also keep in mind, down tilt, grab similarly only covers one option, right? Down tilt, grab would only cover shield, right? How safe is Nair on shield? It is -5. But the thing with Nairs like this is that they'll often hit the top of shields, so they're not really -5. You'll never get the -5 Nair, so don't rely on it. You're gonna get shield grab, basically. Even though on paper, maybe you shouldn't. But anyways, so point is, down tilt, and so yeah. So you can do, look at forward air. Forward air's kinda disjointed. It's a nice range. Like, look at this. These are nice hitboxes, right? So, that being said, don't do 2 down tilts, and don't necessarily always do down tilt grab, right? You feel like down tilt into weight is generally the most rewarding option? Correct. You can also down tilt weight, right, and you risk nothing. Ace, that message was cringe, so we're not gonna let it through. There you go. So, anyways, down tilt into just weight is an option too, right? So, point is, just don't do 2 down tilts in a row. Down tilt raw bear, I don't think it's a thing. The bear, pretty sure doesn't come out fast enough, and it could, maybe. It could. This actually could be, but oh, okay, it's a bit tight. Yeah. So it's a bit tight. Okay. So anyways, point is, 2 down tilts in a row, not optimal. And it's a small, see this whole 2 down tilts in a row thing, it's a minor detail. And it's kind of subtle and easy to overlook why it's a bad idea. But now you know. And that's why a lot of players do it, because they don't realize what they're giving up. Why'd you dash back? And alright. It's such a small thing, but it matters a lot, yeah. And there's a lot of small things that add up in this game. I smell Wendy's. Hold up. I'm gonna grab my food, right? This is gonna be the Wendy's sponsored live stream. Hold up. Alright. So bad news, my Wendy's senses were completely wrong. Yeah. Reviewing an A set while eating Wendy's is kind of a meme, yes, but unfortunately there was no Wendy's for me. As it turns out, there's nobody in the house. So anyways. Alright. There's a lot of optimization things that add up. And this is one of them. So we're going to go into the next optimization thing, where she jumps. So right now, Bayonetta has no double jump. On paper, this was actually kind of bad. On paper. Because she was so close to the ground, she could have just landed and reset the situation. But she has now double jumped away with no double jump. So right now, push forward because you have an advantage. But you dash away because you're scared. You should have up-angled chakram. Not necessarily, because that would only work if you had a sick read. Because if she had done a jump away fast fall and you chakrammed, you would have whiffed. The odds of your up-ankle chakram connecting are very low. That's not very practical. So you gotta think about the risk reward, right? What is a reward for you perfectly timing a chakram, right? It's just a bit of damage. Right? Whereas, what is the risk? If you whiff that chakram, Bayo's schmooving in here with her ABK and starting a combo on you. It's just not worth it. like 10% C, it's not worth it. But you could have kept running forward, which you should have done, to try to get the most out of the situation. Maybe a combo since they don't have jump. Right now, is you should have kept moving forward and chased Bayo, because there's only so many places she can go. And right now, she has no double jump, meaning if she ABKs down, she lands on this platform with lag, punish, right? She can, like, her options limited. If you just sit there and shield, she has to pick something. And she will try to mix you up, but she has no jump now, and that means one of her big mix-ups is gone. All she has is one up B, one side B, right? So if you had ran forward here and held shield, right, you wouldn't have gotten hit by anything, right? And even if she just empty lands in front of you, well, now she's in the corner, right? But you kind of ran away too soon. By running away, you gave up the advantage you had right here, because now Bayonetta landed for free. And what's worse is now you, and remember we were talking about earlier, how Bayonetta's fiend off the short hop, is you jumped here with no purpose, right? Because there's no way you can hit her right now if you jump. But she can hit you. You're probably scared, yes. That is what this looks like, right? But you need to play with confidence, right? This is hard. It's easier said than done, but you have to play with confidence, right? You can't be afraid in tournament. And I don't mean this like a, yes, I can do this kind of confidence. No, like you need, what I mean is you can't be afraid of picking the option, right? You have to be decisive. Indecisiveness is actually pretty common, especially when you're a newer player, especially when you have tournament nerves. This is a problem, right? Because if you're indecisive like this, you'll give up. Like, I know why, right? The more scared you are, the more scared you're going to play. And what I mean by this is there are times when you have to take calculated risks, right? Like when you run forward, right? This is a calculated risk because you're trying to keep the pressure, and you're like, but what if they're just way better player than me? What if I can't get the read, or I can't keep this advantage state? What if I mess up this advantage state and now they turn it around, right? You can't think like that, and a lot of players do think like that. They didn't even try to do this, right? You need to think about what would a really good player here? They would, a PGR player here, or whatever you want, a pro player, whatever you want to think about it, a good player, whatever you need to say, is they're going to run forward here and they're going to play this advantage state. Not like this is a untouchable god of a character that you can never beat in neutral or you can never beat in disadvantage, but just any other player. So you need to assess situations for what they are, and if you're scared, you're going to overestimate the risk. You're going to overestimate the risks, and you can't like factor that in. You can be like, huh, the odds of me getting this advantage state is low. So you don't want to avoid the right play, right? Because you think you can't do it, right? You need to go for these plays that are the right plays and try them out, right? That's what you need to do, right? Don't be afraid of going for the right play because there's a little bit of risk and you're afraid of messing up and you're afraid of looking like an idiot or whatever, right? Because otherwise, guess what actually happens? If you never make these type of right plays and you just keep resetting neutral, right? You're gonna have like no pressure in advantage state, and you're just playing neutral against a player who, let's be real, this player has years and years more experience in neutral than you do. So you don't want to keep resetting neutral like this. You need to make the most out of your advantage state no matter who that player is, right? So this is what I mean, right? Because there's two sides of the spectrum. Some people, because they're nervous, right, they panic and they like get too antsy and they make too many risks because they just forget and they're just like, YOLO them out, I don't care, right? Because I'm scared. There's two sides of this, right? There's player A who plays like a complete dumbass, right, when they're against better players, right? It's like, that's bad risk-reward analysis, right? They pick highly risky, low-reward options over and over again because they're nervous, right? And they're just, I don't know why, they're trying to be cool or something. And then there's player B who drops these situations that are, the risk-reward here is in your favor, but because there's any amount of risk attached to it, it won't go for it. And that's what I'm trying to see. I know that was really convoluted, but watching you dash back here just kind of reminds me of this common mistake. You see this a lot in tournament, and less so in friendlies, actually. That's why I think it's good. It's best to review tournament VODs where you lose really hard, because stuff like this might have come out. Because there's a lot of players who, they just send me their Elite Smash videos, especially when they win on Elite Smash, they're just like holding forward here and playing. They're playing well, but when bracket comes around, they don't know why they're crumbling or whatever. And friendlies, there's always something like correct. So that's what I'm telling you. When you feel like there's stuff on the line here, right? Just don't give up situations like this that are in your favor. Go for these plays. But you dash back. You gave up the situation. Bayo reset. You throw away a chakram, and now we've completely reset to neutral. This is not what you want. Okay, she jumps. Just waits there. Sees your option. Okay, you're playing a little bit patient. Okay, you do a chakram to cover yourself. Alright, that was an interesting angle. She's gonna ABK. Get in your face. Gonna wave down on this platform. Ooh, you got mixed. You thought maybe she was gonna land there, right? So you buffered a down tilt. But let's look at this neutral again. Overall, this wasn't too bad, right? So you had reset to neutral. Hello, please, YouTube, come on, man, load. YouTube, hello. Okay, so we reset to neutral. This you stand your ground, good. You're not approaching. You're not gonna approach and get hit by the ABK. Dash forward, dash back. Okay, nice. Till just now, lol. Yes, she's got mix-ups. You throw out this chakram, which, you know what? In order for you to get punished for throwing this chakram, I don't know if this is really intentional, but your placement under the platform is very good, because there's like no way she can downwards ABK this if she's in the air. So, oh, I heard my name and I heard food. I'll be right back. Wendy's live stream. Okay. So last time you played... Oh, so funny story about the Wendy's. My sister, the Wendy's people, they got my order wrong, and they forgot COD's order. So they're gonna go back to Wendy's and get my stuff. And it'd be like that. Alright. So, the last time you got my Baconator, though. They did get your Baconator. Lol, my B. It's alright, Ace. I'll forgive you for messing up my order this time. Okay, so, last time, before the set, you played Shadow, you asked for advice instead of platform cap with Chakram, and this is probably why. Because right now, you probably can't punish this if he's in the air. And you can react to Bayo jumping like this. If Bayo full hops, this is reactable, right? So this is like free Chakram. You jump, free chakram. Jump in, like, just wait for the jump, free chakram. So that's probably why he said that. Because he's right. This is literally free chakram. Although I think if you're in range for Witch Time, that could be less free. However, you can't react to chakram with Witch Time. It's too slow. I'm gonna get hit. Dash forward, dash back. Okay. Alright. So overall right here, you're playing well. Okay. Down tilt, reassess, good. This is a good down tilt, because you did one down tilt and you reassess the situation. Okay, do one other down tilt. Okay, dash back, nice. This is what I mean. This is the strength of down tilt and other such really fast spacing moves. And I think Swordie down tilt is one of the best at this, right? Is you literally just kind of like throw out this hitbox, kind of like no commitment. But what makes it no commitment is the option you pick after. And so these were very good down tilts. Down tilt, dash back, nice. Oh, but you ran back in and got hit. Okay. Did fair 1. Oh, maybe you weren't expecting the fair 2 to come at you, but I would have just like held shield right there. If she fair 1s like this, I think he should have just held shield. But this was everything up until before this though. This whole exchange was very clean until right here, where you run back in. You probably thought he was gonna land on platform again. Okay, I'll give you the secret right now. He will only wave land to that platform if he did a special move, because the reason he's wave landing is to avoid the 10,000 years of lag from landing with a special move, right? And to help reset the situation. But right here, all Bayo did was a fair 1. They have no reason to land on the platform. That would actually be suboptimal. Actually be super suboptimal to wave land on this platform. Or if you meant he was just gonna like fair 1 and wait on the platform, you probably shouldn't anticipate that either, because why would they do that? That put them in a bad spot. Now you know. And now I know this kind of looks like a bait because they're rising up, right? Because they're rising up, you might have thought they were gonna land on platform, but if you just hold down, you go right through the platform. So a good player who knows this, I know they kind of, because it's the trajectory they were going, I can understand why you might think, oh, they're going to land on the platform because it looked like they're going to go that high up. But really, they could just hold straight down because they don't want to be on the platform. So now you know. To surprise you though, got hit by that fair 2. You're just going to eat a grab. You're off stage. Not too much damage yet. Alright, gonna get the edge guard. Oh, they miss. So you react and you get back onto the stage for free. Alright. I choose ledge roll. I don't know about this tornado though. I don't know about this tornado. Now, on paper, doing tornado to cover options is fine. But specifically here is the timing. You need to recognize that the timing is by the time you go for this roll, right? And by the time your roll ends, and by the time your tornado comes out, right? It'd be one thing if you timed the tornado such that the tornado will come out right when they have to pick an option, right? But keep in look at all this. You also did a jump and tornado back. This slowed it down even more, right? So this was a mistimed tornado. And honestly, you should have gotten a hit for it, right? But it's okay. And now, this is the thing. Since you didn't get hit, you might not have realized that this was a bad tornado because you didn't get hit. But you can see why on paper, why a mistimed tornado is really bad. And that goes without saying, right? Like, almost any character could have ledge jumped here and just punished you for it. Yeah, you see it. Okay. So, yeah. So it's not that tornado is a bad option. It's that specific tornado and the little movement you did. I don't even think, like, why did you jump back into the tornado? It wasn't even great. It wasn't even, didn't even better space it. You kind of like, you jump back, but then because you B-reversed it, your tornado landed, like, look where you're standing right here, right? And you kind of like end up right back there anyways. So you gained nothing. You gained nothing from that B-reverse. Or if that was just a turnaround, whatever, I don't care. The point is you gained nothing from that movement. I think. I'm pretty sure you didn't gain anything. Oh, do you have to do the aerial tornado so it 2 frames? Does only the aerial tornado catch catch people hanging the ledge? Is that why you did that? If I just B-reversed it when I got them baked? I don't know what you mean by that. No, both catch it? So why didn't you just... So, what... Oh, ABK'd? So... But you couldn't have predicted that the ABK would have gone just like this, though. I think. Well, the point is, it was a timing issue. It's kind of just a timing issue. Autocorrect. Understandable. So whatever. She's gonna ABK through you. Now she's on the stage. Now, I'll be honest with you. Ledge trapping Bayonetta is not easy. Right? I think there's few characters that can do it kind of consistently. You have to like bait out the next option. So, it's whatever. Ledge trapping Bayo is kind of hard. But it's fine. So, but now you jump here? You jump to put yourself on the platform? Ooh, that's sus. Okay, so right now you have reacted to, my tornado did not connect, Bayonetta has landed through me with a bit of lag, and you jumped. I don't think this is a good jump, A, and then you landed on the platform. I don't think this was good either. Because now, once again, you put yourself in an awkward spot. You're like, oops, now I need to land from the platform, and this Bayo has reacted. Oh, they put themselves on the platform. They dashed back, because they thought you were going to run at them or something. They're like, oh, no, you're just gonna put yourself on the platform. Let me just easy jump over the projectile. And you got ABK'd. See what I mean? I had said this. I'd actually said this at the start, where they're just gonna jump over a projectile and then ABK you. Right? Super common. Because a lot of players, if you ever fight against a zoner, you might, better players realize this. Lower level players don't. They always complain about zoners, about the projectiles, but really, they keep getting hit when they try to approach. So, a lot of players right here, you're now you don't realize this. Called it out 30 seconds early. So what happened? This is a very common situation. After you jump over a projectile user's projectile, right? They're gonna usually panic. So right now, let's think of the options. If you run forward, this ABK would catch you. If you jump, your ABK will catch you. If you summon another projectile, because it's not like you're Youngling, you don't have like really fast projectiles or whatever, right? Chakram doesn't come out quickly, right? What is the Chakram summon time? 18. Yeah, that's not too fast. I mean, there are some projectiles that are slower than this, but the point is, there's a frame 18 option, right? ABK is quick. If you try to summon another projectile, you're gonna lose this interaction. 18 and then it goes, okay. So, 18, now you know, it's not terrible, but right here, this ABK, kind of risk-free, because you also keep in mind, you're in the corner. You can't dash back. You cannot dash back to punish this ABK. You can't whiff punish this ABK. This is like a perfectly spaced, at worst, this is going to hit your shield, right? So, and if they hit your shield, that's fine, because now they can retreat. They can retreat to the ledge. They can up-B you. They got mix-ups. So right now, this is absolutely a situation where if you're in a corner against Bayo like this, you're gonna get ABK'd. So you got ABK'd. We're gonna see this combo. Oh, that almost... I was gonna say, this almost didn't connect or is going to connect poorly. So sometimes it's really hard to see, but Bayonetta's hitboxes are way too small, right? So you fell out of the second up B, right? And it looked like it had connected properly. Hey! Thank you, Arachnos. Thank you so much for gifting us up to Ace. Yo, Poggies. Thank you, Arachnos. That's a nice sub badge you got there, Ace. So anyways, we are one step closer to Twitch actually paying out, and I'll have a $100 sub giveaway. So if Ace, if you see a message in your inbox like in 3 weeks or whatever, saying you just won $100, actually, and it's from me, actually click it. That it's not a scam. Okay, I'm gonna try to make the best of a... Unfortunately, you fell out of the Bayo uppy. So now, they're gonna try to make the best out of this situation. A little back air, it's not gonna whiff, you're drifting away. Now Bayo has to grab the ledge, because they just did a lot of special moves, so they're gonna grab the ledge to avoid 1,000 years of lag. And they're gonna up air you. Ooh. This was kind of clean. This was extremely clean. However, what you could have done in this situation is you need to realize Bayo has no up Bs left. Bayo just up B'd twice, right? They can't hit you. Because if they go to hit you, right now Bayonetta literally has no way to hit you right now, right? Because if they go for a fast fall back air, they're going to die. Because they're out of up Bs. So realizing this, you could just up B to the stage for free, because they have to grab the ledge, or land on a stage with 1,000 years of lag. So either way, you could just up B towards the stage. Extremely greedy. You had no reason to recover like this, right? So good on Shadow for recognizing that you put yourself under them, and they went with an option they can actually hit you with, right? So you might be inclined to think, oh man, I should have teched this. That's not the real problem here. The real problem wasn't that you missed this tech, or that Shadow was really good with this up air. It's the fact that, why are you here to begin with, right? You need to recognize Bayo was out of options, right? And that you could have just gone into the stage for free. So you could have avoided that altogether. So yeah, literally cannot hit you. She's just like, please. She's just like, please, I just need to grab the ledge or whatever. Let's go, Rolo. Let's go, Hugo. The problem was being there in the first place. Correct. The problem was putting yourself in that situation because you were probably scared, or you weren't aware. You weren't aware of Bayo's lack of options right there. Right? So next time you fall out of a Bayo combo, think, how many up Bs did she do? 2? She can't ABK me anymore. Right? She's going to die. She can't edge guard you anymore. She has to go back. She's just hovering here just to apply fake pressure to those who don't know. But real ones know. Real ones know that this was fake pressure, and they would have just up B to the ledge or to the stage, depending on what has less lag. Unfortunately, you don't do that, so you're going to lose your stock here. But that's for next time. Now you know. Now you know next time you ever fight a Bayo, right? Keep track of their resources. And then you can recover the stage for free in situations like that. Because guess what? Falling out of Bayo combos will happen more often than you think. So you could get a lot of mileage and destroy the Bayo player's mentality by just getting back to the stage every single time a Bayo combo whiffs, right? 10 years from now when you fight your next Bayo, right? You can destroy their mentality and make them hate the game and their character by, whenever you escape a Bayo combo, making it back to the stage, or punishing them because their character didn't work properly, and you're aware of her lack of resources. You'll make them switch off of Bayo. Alright, now she's gonna recover to the stage. So that was your first stock. Honestly though, before this edgeguard, think about it. If she hadn't edgeguarded you here, you were only, after that up B comboed, right, you were only at 64%, right? So this game was really close until you made this mistake. So yeah. So stuff like this really, really matters. Because if you had just known that, imagine, if you had just known that fact, you'd be on stage right now. In basically an even game, because Bayo's not going to kill you ever, basically. Outside of these edge guards. But that was like a fake edge guard. Alright, you're now invincible. What do you do with your invincibility? Okay, nice fair. Ooh. Yeah. This is a bad tornado. So, let me tell you. So this, you drop down from the platform, you throw out this fair. Because why not, right? Because she was kind of in that airspace, so that was fine. Now they're on the platform, and you need to put yourself in the psychology of this player. Put yourself in this player's shoes. They see there is a player under me that is invincible. They're not going to stay on this platform. They are going to jump this way, most likely, or jump this way, also kind of likely, right? They're not going to fall through the platform because that'd be stupid, right? They're not going to hit you because you're invincible. Good players know you're invincible, so they're not going to drop through this platform and back you like they normally would. Right, they're not going to run off this platform into you. They're going to try to jump over you. They're just going to try to kite you either this way or this way, right? Sometimes players jump up here and hover, but that's kind of bad, right? Ideally, most good players will probably kite you this way or kite you that way, right? So you kind of pick an option right here, assuming they would have stayed on the platform. Yeah, do not assume this. Right, you're just hovering here. It's like, what if the player stayed on the platform? Maybe I could do a falling up air. That'd be kind of sick, right? Yeah, it would be sick. Except they're not gonna be on this platform. So, anyways, they jump away, full hop away. This is very common. They're just gonna full hop away, create as much space between them and you because you're invincible. They just want to run away, and then you summon this tornado. If only they dropped the controller, you'd have the sickest respawn up air, and it would have been up air, up air, up air, and it would have been Pog. Would have been a clip. But alas, they didn't drop it. So now you realize, oh, they jumped away from me. Oh, let me throw this tornado. But nope, this is a bad tornado. Right? Now, you might have thought they were going to land on the ground. Right? But also, more importantly, summoning a projectile like this when you're invincible kind of wastes your invincibility, right? Now, this only worked because Bayo chose to jump again, right? But you should realize, unlike other characters, right, Bayo burning her double jump in the air like this isn't necessarily too awful, right? Obviously, it's not. It can be exploited. But unlike other characters, she could still downwards ABK you, right? And she could downwards ABK away towards you, right? So I know I don't necessarily blame you for this because most characters would have just landed and you maybe would have been able to tornado for free, but other players might have just been able to run up and shield this tornado and then punish you, right? So just keep that in mind, right? If your opponents still have really good mobility, or let's just say it was ZSS, right? Or you're playing a character's way faster than you or has mobility, right? You shouldn't be summoning tornadoes in neutral. It's just not worth it. It's just too easy for them to get around. So obviously you thought they were going to land, and maybe, if they land, oh, maybe they have to shield it. But think about it. The odds of this hitting your opponent are really, really low. And other opponents might not have ever considered that you would throw this tornado, so they would have just run away. Which I think, honestly, if you're fighting most mid-level players, they would have just jumped over you and kept running. So you summon this tornado that got you nothing. You basically wasted the last of your invincibility, summoning a projectile that would not have granted you anything. So yeah, that's what I was want to get. It's not so much. I'm not trying to say this play was bad because you got hit, but even if Bayonetta had ran away, or even if this Bayonetta was another character and they ran away, this summoning tornado right here was a bad idea, regardless of the outcome. Honestly, even if it had hit Bayo, I still would have said it was a bad tornado. Now you got punished for it, but there's a chance you didn't get punished, but you wouldn't have gained anything. So in general, when you're invincible, you want to keep the pressure on your opponent, like run at them, right? And if then you'll get a read because you're like, oh, but I'm a sword fighter. I'm too slow to chase someone down. Eventually, somebody runs out of stage, and they either have to roll past you or jump past you, right? You can read these. So next time you respawn with invincibility, if you know your opponent likes to roll past you, easy read, right? You know they like to jump past you, easy read with that up air. right? But you'll never be able to create this pressure unless you run at your opponent. Wait, they hit you. Where's the combo? The heck? Oh, they hit you with back air. That doesn't have follow-ups. I don't got follow-ups at 0. Did you... How did you get away with this? Did you just drop shield down tilt? Why did this work? That was the combo. Back air. That's the combo. It's just a back air. We're gonna look up Bayonetta's frame data. Because I don't like what just happened. We're gonna duplicate this tab. Easy. 10 billion IQ. 1 back air. The combo. So down tilt for Bayonetta is minus 15. Wow. I didn't know it was that unsafe. So you drop shield forward, down tilt. Your down tilt's frame 6, right? Or something like that? Frame 5? So dropping shield and down tilting takes 16 frames. Meaning if Bayonetta presses any button that's not shield after a down tilt, she gets hit. That's crazy. That's so sad. She can't jump away. She can't do anything. And if she holds shield, well, now you just down tilt to the shield and go back to that flowchart we talked about. Now it's exchanged in your favor. I was wondering, that was kind of crazy because then I saw this drop shield down tilt. Like, that's so ratchet. That can't be good. That couldn't have worked. But alas, it does work because I didn't know that Bayonetta down tilt was minus 15 on shield. That is sad. This is the Chad. You have the Chad down tilt. And this is the other part of the meme. Very sad. Alright, so you got this down tilt. It hit. Let me see what you do next. Okay. Now we know. Now we know. You go for the forward air and it doesn't connect. We were talking about this earlier. This is up to you as the Mii Sword Fighter main, or whatever, to find your optimal follow-up that covers the most options possible outside of a forward tilt, a down tilt. I actually think did you have a little bit of time? Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this should have been true. It kind of looked like she was stuck in way more tumble. Oh, I think you have to dash forward a bit, right? Do you have to dash forward a bit? Or attack cancel this or something? I don't know. Maybe you have to attack cancel this? Oh, you should have ran up a bit. Yeah. But actually, hold up. Let me see. I'm gonna watch this again. How much time do you have? Right here, she can act. I actually think it's not true on Bayo. But she also DI'd away, which she didn't have time to. I think she was trying to dash back. But anyways, I think running forward would have been good. I think running forward air had a good chance of hitting her. I think it was the right play. I think you had the right idea, just not the execution. You're gonna get hit for it, it's fine. But I think you had the right idea. Now you get hit by down tilt. Now it's fair. It's Bayo combo time? No, what? Why? 1, 2, 3. What the fuck? That's not true? I'm mad. Okay, whatever. Maybe they delayed it. Maybe they delayed it a little bit. Bayo, question mark, combos, question mark. That's what I'm saying. Lands with a fair 1. Oh, they tried to spot dodge this. Why didn't this work? We're counting frames here. Did you grab her during her spot dodge animation? Oh! She was 1 frame off. Now why is this? She definitely... The fair was high on shield, thank you. But fair 1 is actually -7! Even if it's perfectly spaced, you can shield grab this. Because her spot dodge is frame 4 invincibility, I think. Have I heard your idea on how weeklies come back? Is it you host a weekly on 7 different days on the week, but only 8 people are allowed at a time or something? And then you have like a final bracket the next week? Yes, easy. Oh my god, look at this! Bayo's spot dodge is frame 6? Frame 6 invulnerable? It's the worst spot dodge in the game for Specifically to avoid grabs, this is the worst spot dodge in the game. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh yeah. Oh, they got ledge hang. I didn't know that. I didn't realize you get it from the front in the back. The bats is frame 2. The bats is frame 2. So it is a slightly faster spot dodge if you want to bats. But if you're trying to dodge grabs, let's just be real. If you're spot dodging, why are you spot dodging? You're trying to make a grab whiff. That's the only reason you're spot dodging, which means it is useless to use this move to dodge a grab, basically. That's kind of crazy. So -7, can every single character in the... -7, that means you have a frame 13 or faster grab out of shield. You can always shield grab this, even if it's perfect. Wait, that means even if she back airs your shield, it's -5. Perfect back air is -5. You can shield grab it. Holy shit, I didn't know. Oh my god, this... Oh my god, that's so sad. This is the... If it's spaced, well then it's a spaced move, right? But they grab whiffed because it's... They grab whiffed because it's spaced. And not because it's particularly great. 10 frames of landing lag, -5. No wonder they're not gonna... They don't want to go for that spot dodge. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Also a counter stream 8. Wow. This is good to know. You can abuse this because you can expect Bayo can't spot dodge after an aerial. She fair ones your shield. There's no mix-up. You just grab. Easy. Because I was like... Because this looked like they definitely buffered it. And they 100% did buffer it. And you buffered the grab and it worked. It's like, this should not have worked, right? This is forbidden knowledge. I feel bad exposing a bad character's weaknesses, but now you know. But you're gonna get hit by the bats. Alright. But just so you know, the air dodge does in fact have bats on frame 1, so you gotta treat it like a snake with grenade, or Ryu focus, or a Luigi cyclone. Right? But unlike snake grenade, you don't get blown up. Unlike Luigi, you don't get vacuumed. Now, bats is pretty good, but there's a chance you don't get punished for this. Aha! You try to bats within. They knew you press another button. Not enough time. Not enough time. But they were wishing. So let's see what's happening next. What matters is... Oh, because it's so good? Because it's... Because that up air is... big. That's a nice up air. Wow! Today I learned... Oh, because you can just hit his feet. Today I learned. So, you whiff your up air. You go for a down tilt. I think that's fine. But I really don't mind. I don't know if you should have gone for this down tilt actually, because it's not spaced. It's not a spaced down tilt. I'm gonna say, but this was kind of a crazy situation, right? You definitely weren't expecting these bats, right? You're like, oh, where's she gonna go? I'm gonna hit this down tilt because she's still stuck in lag. She's definitely not. Because next time you fight Bayo, if you thought she was gonna be stuck in 1,000 years of lag after bats within, no. If you thought, you definitely should not have used this down tilt if you thought you were gonna hit a shield. You probably did the down tilt because you thought you were gonna hit Bayo, but she doesn't have enough lag. Damn, that witch time actually almost worked. Then you go for... Why did you back air? Why did you back air? Hold up. Down tilt, it actually hit? Oh, I guess there's a chance the down tilt bear connects, but if you're running off a platform, probably that should have just done the fair. It's okay. But very, very greedy landing. This landing was really greedy. You just whiff this really high up. you're gonna get anti-aired. There's no way this back air hits Bayo. Not a chance. It wasn't even space to hit a shield. So you got anti-aired. A greedy landing. So it was like it was greedy, but like not in like a it could have worked type of way. It was like it was kind of a you kind of threw out a why not type of back air, but this isn't the move to be throwing out like that from this height. Yeah, maybe you thought you were closer to the ground. I think if you had the intention of spacing this back air to hit right before the ground, sure, maybe there's a chance. But more likely than not, if you're coming down in disadvantage, you don't want to be fighting your way down like this, especially against an opponent. What could have done instead? Jump away? Yes, you could have jumped away. You could have air dodged to the platform. You could have seen that your back air whiffed all the way up here, right, and just drifted back. But really, you could have just like, there are different options you could have done. You could have, you're kind of in a bad spot right now. You are in disadvantage, right? You could have jumped away. You could have air dodged away. You should have mixed it up, right? And you should pick options that have a higher chance of working. Like if you jump away, it's still not ideal, but that's why it's called disadvantage, right? So you could try jumping. You could try air dodging. And if you're gonna fight your way down, you could try maybe thinking about what move that I have is like a cross up. What move do I have that can out prioritize my opponent anti-airing me? So it sounds really unga bunga, but you could have gone for a down air if you were trying to contest the Bayo on the ground. You could have tried going for a down air if that's a big disjoint, right? And it's only -11 on shield, right? And now that you see that Bayo has like a frame 7 grab, realistically you're gonna get upbeat if you hit their shield, right? So you could have done this down air, kind of like space it away, because this is like down air and try to land in front of her shield. That's the thing, right? Like you can space this down air diagonally such that they think they can shield grab it, but you actually can't. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. If it's not, I'm sorry. But yeah, you got mix-ups. You got mix-ups for sure. But this is not good. Yeah, it is. So yeah, you could have done down air. If that was your goal, was to fight your way down, do it intelligently. Like you need to mix in fighting your way down, pressing nothing, jumping away, air dodging away. You need to keep it as ambiguous as possible. You obviously don't want to never pick one of these options because it makes it too easy for your opponent. Like if you always jump away, well then that's bad too. If you always fight your way down, that's bad too. And if you never fight your way down, you never pressure your opponent. Because you need to keep that threat of the Unga Bunga option always alive. Okay, you're gonna get a little Bayo combo here. This is a triple upper percent. Turn around, do the thing. Yeah. Little basic Bayo combo here. Do you fall out of this? Oh, you fell out of this up B. Do you see this? You didn't get hit by the multi-hits of the up B, just the first hit. Now, for the first Bayo up B, this first hit of the up B still has lag, but keep in mind that Bayonetta is expecting. This is a problem for the Bayonetta players that are picking up this character. Sometimes you don't get the hit you expect in combos, right? So the only way, so boom, she reacted to the fact, oops, you didn't get hit by the multi-hit, so you're not gonna fly out like I think you're gonna fly out. So instead, so this was a true combo, but it was good on the Bayonetta player to react to the first hit of up B connecting instead of the multi-hits, right? Knowing what to do when your moves don't work properly, and they side B you instead. So that's the only reason this side B connected. Nair, is that true? You're not dead. Damn. So keep in mind that first hit of up B is kind of RNG, right? Because it's like one of those launching hitboxes that's supposed to launch it into the rest of the multi-hit. But if you look at Bayonetta up B, it gets smaller. So there's also two hitboxes. So the first and second up B are different. So you can see the first, so this is the frame 6 hit, right? So this is the launcher for the up B. And you can see this is the hitbox for the Bayonetta up B. As you can see, it's not very big. And for some reason, it just don't connect properly sometimes. And that's just life. But they were able to capitalize it not working correctly. Ironically made it optimal. And now you're down 2 stocks. You summon another tornado when you're invincible. Again, not making the most out of your invincibility. So when you respawn, this back air was fine, but then you dash away. But you're invincible. You have no reason to dash away and throw out this tornado. You kind of just wasted your invincibility. Basically what we talked about in the first stock, but this time you didn't get hit for it. But it was still bad. I'm gonna watch it again. Yeah. And since he did it the first stock, it was way more predictable the second time. Alright, so you throw a chakram, you get nothing out of it. Throw another chakram. They try to spot dodge the chakram so they could bat towards you. Whoa. That would have been crazy. Okay, they're not gonna jump this time. So you call out their jump with the chakram, that's fine. It's fine. Dash back. Throw another chakram. Okay. Bayo's thinking. You're in a tornado. What do you get out of this tornado? Nothing. Dash back. You got impatient and you approached. But do you see what the problem here? The problem wasn't that you approached, but look how obvious it was. Look, you basically held your stick forward for a solid second, making this approach too obvious. So this is actually a common problem that zoner players have, because zoner players, their comfort zone is playing keep away usually, right? And they know how to whiff punish, like analyze the strengths that a zoner player usually develops. They get good at whiff punishing, right? They get good at reading opponents, like basically a lot of whiff punishing actually, and they get really good defensive play. They know how to make the most out of their projectiles. They can mix up the projectiles, but one thing they don't develop because they don't have to usually is approach game. This is poor approach fundamentals because you kind of like ran forward just wishing. It's fine to have the intent to approach, but you need to be aware when you're doing it. So what you should have done here, right, is if your intent, I am going to approach now, right? It's fine, but when you ran forward here, kind of like ran forward and just went for a dash grab. The only way this works is if the opponent just landed and held shield, right? That is the only option it would have covered. You need to use brain cells to approach. Yes, the same can be said for any character. Is you need to be smart with how you approach. And the further, in general, once an opponent sees your dash, don't let that be them seeing your entire hand, per se, right? Like, is there food? Is it finally time for Wendy's? Hold on, let me go grab the food.
Yeah, sorry, I went back because they forgot your double burger and then his nuggets. They just completely forgot them.
Did I get it?
So yeah. And then I gave my dad the regular burger that they had originally given us.
Okay, I'm gonna get my food.
Okay, yeah. And then
Wendy's Pog? Poggers. Poggies. Hello. We have Pog. We have Wendy's on a disposable plate. Alright, so, anyways. Yo, Pog, Wendy's. Finally. Shoutouts to Wendy's. Please sponsor me. Came back for getting beat by a Sheik. You're hurting. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But, if you don't know how to deal with Sheik, you're gonna get bodied because it's gonna feel like you can't do anything. Do is just really good. Alright. So, let me tell you what I do against bad Sheiks. Does it sound really gross, by the way? I can't tell if the microphone could pick up my chewing. I'll give you $1. Does that count as being sponsored by Wendy's? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Ace, wait, don't you owe me? Oh, no, you're only gonna buy me a 4 for 4 if I had won the Wendy's thing yet. No, I did not. But anyways, so what I do against bad Sheiks. Alright, keyword here is inexperienced Sheiks. I can't give you tips on how to deal with actually really good player Sheiks, because that's just, you need to be really good at the game. But a common mistake a lot of newer Sheiks do is they kind of have the same problem a lot of players who know they have a safe aerial do. What they'll do is they'll land with a safe fair. I can't punish that. But then they do a forward tilt on my shield. And I can always punish that. So look at Sheik's frame data. If you look at the aerials, those are all super safe. But the tilts are not. And a lot of Sheiks compulsively forward air a shield into a tilt. So yeah. If this is too gross, by the way, just let me know. But I'm doing this for the meme because it is Wendy's. I would never eat food on stream that's not Wendy's. Just letting y'all know right now. You need to learn so many matchups? Yeah. That's okay though. There are a lot of matchups in this game. You gotta learn them one by one. So go to ultimateframedata.com. Go look at how unsafe on shield Sheik's tilts are. And learn to punish those. And just think about it. You can always just shield grab them. But yeah, that's what I like to do. Also, keep in mind, Sheik, stupid light, right? Which means if she just does a few mistakes, you can just try trading with her. I hate to say just try to cheese Sheik, but keep in mind, if you're behind in the set, you need to kill a Sheik, and you have rage, just go for it. Sometimes it could be worth it. She's super vulnerable to getting cheesed. True. Learn your fastest out shield up since you know what's safe on their shield. Yeah, minus 15 on shield is super unsafe. Oh, also, a lot of Sheiks like to mash down airs in disadvantage if they're newer. Especially if they're really new to the game. They'll mash down airs in disadvantage. You could just shield that and up smash with a shield usually. Her down air is very not safe. So don't get hit by that. Oh yeah, Bouncing Fish is super laggy too. The dude's first game was Ultimate. You can tell he's good at AF. What was their tag? Shrek? Just kidding. I know, it's Shrike. We're gonna call him Shrek though. This is better. So it just be like that. Sheik mains are kind of dedicated. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Don't assume. You told me you play Sheik day one. Yeah, Sheik mains, they're dedicated. They try to find anything they can about the character. Usually, I've noticed that Sheiks are very active and very proactive in seeking out information. So they're like active in their character Discord. They're giving tips to each other. They're super nice. One of your close friends actually main Sheik. I think Sheik's a lot of fun. It's just a shame. I wish she's better. So we need a session one day. Character's also faster than you. Yeah, her damage is not it. Yeah, that's for sure. I think it's really cool for a character to be a glass cannon. The Sheik Swordie matchup is really slow, so you don't like her. I believe it. Also, if Sheik is faster than your character, try to be careful and like not get whiff punished over and over again. But it could be a little hard to whiff punish Sheik, especially because her aerials are so safe. By the time you react to a Sheik, also Sheik has a really nice nice movement. She has a really good dash animation. Wolf is very slow. I don't know about very slow. You could try, for instance, you could try spacing with forward tilt. That forward tilt is disjointed, right? So you could try like trading against Sheik because you look at the hitboxes on her moves, they're not great. She kind of like sticks out her hand if she wants to attack you. So in that moment, you could try trading with her. You could try. You might have to take some. You might have to make more guesses in neutral. But keep in mind, let's say you guess wrong. You got hit by a forward air. You take 15 damage from the entire string. You're like, whatever. If you do a wolf forward tilt, right, and you catch and you angle it upwards or something like that, and you hit her, that might not be the optimal thing you want. I think a big problem is if you're playing as Sheik and you keep putting yourself into the air because don't be too stubborn. Like, don't be too stubborn. It is okay to look to play for stray hits against Sheik because she's so light. You don't really need your 0 to 60% combo on Sheik, right? You just need to like not keep losing neutral over and over again. It is okay to trade against Sheik, right? So if you want to go for Rising Nair with Wolf, you might never do that, right? Or Rising Fairs, right? Or run up forward tilts or just up tilts. Like, it is okay to try to trade against Sheik. Because she's so light, right? Even if y'all trade damage, you're gonna win. Because she's gonna kill you way later than you kill her. So you need to change your game plan, especially if you're having a lot of trouble against the Sheik player specifically. Let's just say, if I was Sheik and I'm playing against a Wolf, I'm gonna try really hard to not get hit by a Wolf forward air. Which means I can easily just outspace the Wolf forward air. Because by the time the Wolf jumps, if Wolf jumps in the air and I'm on the ground, it is so easy to get out of the way at Sheik. And outspace that. Right? But if Wolf stays grounded, and then Sheik jumps into the air, and Wolf is on the ground, right now maybe Wolf can go for a dash attack, and it might actually beat out, well, forward air. I actually kind of like the Wendy's burgers, NGL. But I've never had the chicken sandwiches. So, my game plan against Sheik, just trade against her, anti-air the Sheik if I have to. Because because sometimes Sheiks don't do rising aerials. Sometimes Sheiks have kind of like the wolf problem. So let's just say you're a wolf and you're very stubborn. If you're a stubborn wolf, you're gonna try to really get those forward airs. And you know why you want those forward airs? Because that's all you practiced. And that's fine. This is very normal. So understand the psychology. A newer player who's just picked up wolf, they're like, they look up all the wolf combos, right? Like, oh hell yeah. I saw that Frenzy Light video. I saw that other wolf video, like 100 combos to sharpen your claws or whatever, right? So you've seen all these nasty wolf combos, and a lot of them start from, so you're going to learn your falling forward air combos, you're going to learn your falling nair sweet spot combos, right? Which means you're going to subconsciously put yourself in the air because that's what you know what to do. And you're like, okay, I know what to do if I get a forward air, right? So I'm going to go for this forward air. So a lot of wolf players are very, very stubborn, and all they want to do, right, what they really want is just to get those fairs. Right? Some Sheiks, and that makes them very predictable. That makes a wolf player very predictable, right? Or a low percent, they might know the down throw dash attack percent, but then as soon as they leave the dash attack percent window, they never want to grab again, right? So like if I'm 40% and I get a wolf player, I'm like, he's not gonna grab me, right? He doesn't want to grab me at 40% because now. You do up throw up air? Okay, yeah. There's a small percentage where you could do down throw dash attack, right? At 0% up throw is the wave, right? But like a 10% you could do down throw dash attack or whatever you want, right? And point is, after 50%, wolf players aren't going to grab me, right? Because they don't have a follow up outside of a cheesy side B, right? Which isn't gonna work if I DI up and away. So, knowing that, a lot of wolf players are like, okay, but at 50%, I have this nasty up air, forward air into back air into wolf flash or whatever. So they become very, very stubborn and predictable. Some Sheik players have the same problem, where they practice all these falling Sheik forward air combos, so they become super, super predictable, and all they do is falling aerials, which means I could run up to them and try to swat them out of the air with some anti-airs. And you know what? Anti-airing an opponent is usually not fun because you usually don't get an optimal combo. You don't get a training mode combo if an opponent's in the air and you hit them with the wolf up tilt. You won't get a combo out of it. So wolf players don't want to do it. So but it's okay against Sheik because these straight hits add up. You just keep beating Sheik in neutral. That's all you need. Find out how to beat Sheik in neutral. Forget it. You don't need your insane combo. Use all your options. So yeah, the key thing here is don't be stubborn. And Sheik players, usually newer ones, are very stubborn. And all they want is your combo openers. That's all they fish for, and it makes them way too predictable. You haven't practiced like 50 wolf matchups, it's gonna take a while? Yes. It takes a long, long time. But the game is still new. The game is still relatively new. Right? There's another 4 or 5 years in this game's lifespan. So don't worry, you're not too far behind. But it will absolutely take a while. But the more and more you study this game, and the more you understand it, the less, how do I say this? There's only so many unique things to the characters. Once you understand base fundamentals, you can just sit down and analyze a character and be like, okay, this is probably how the matchup's gonna go. Right? This is probably what their good moves are. This is probably what they want. And it'll become easier for you. So as you learn more and more matchups, the less unique the new characters are going to be. If that makes sense. Like the first, like let's just say you have no experience fighting against fast characters. So you're like, oh man, learning how to play against Fox is so difficult, right? But if you're new to the game, what's really happening is that you're not used to that archetype, right? Of a lightweight, fast frame data, that rush you down type of character, right? You're not used to that. So that feels super overwhelming. But then, once you've played against the Foxes enough, like I got the Fox matchup down, suddenly learning another fast rush down character isn't as hard. It's still going to be hard. A lot of characters are very unique, but it gets easier with time as you play those archetypes. So once you fight against, let's just say, one zoner, you really learn what makes a zoner good and bad. When you fight the next zoner, you're like, what does this zoner have that's different than the last one, right? And it becomes faster and easier to learn. So like, once you played against Young Link, right, the best zoner in the game, now you have to fight against, let's just say, Me Gunner. Suddenly you're like, this isn't that bad, right? Because you understand what makes Young Link a good character. If once you understand the game enough and that matchup enough. Isn't Rob the best? Oh yeah, there's also Rob. If you fight against Rob, suddenly Wii Fit Trainer's not so bad if you fight against Rob. The Soccer Ball and Laser. Sorry. Soccer Ball and Sun Salutation are way easier to deal with than Gyro, right? And Rob Laser. So if you fight against Rob, well suddenly Wii Fit isn't that scary. That's another 2 projectile character. Ball is like Gyro but reactable and a less favorable trajectory. You just need to watch out for the little specific things. Rob has better normals. Rob has some of the best normals in the game. So once you come to understand what makes a character's kit so good, when you come across a new character, you look at it, you're like, this is not as bad. Or this is what makes them good. This is what I should watch out for. Stuff like that. For instance, I'm not the best against zoners, but after playing a zoner myself, I got a lot better against zoners ever since I started playing as Me Gunner. And I started doing a lot better in some matchups I struggled in. Um, oh, yeah, Junior's kind of quirky, but I don't think he's that good. I actually think he's quite bad. Let's go. They probably spam side B, huh? If I had to guess, they just spammed the side B, even when situations where it didn't make sense. Yeah, he choked for sure. Alright, I am done with my Wendy's, so I'm gonna go wash my hands, and then I will return. And we're gonna get back to the VOD review. Alright. So once again, shout out to my sponsor, Wendy's. They're actually my sponsor. They just don't know it yet. So shout out to them. After next week, though, I'm switching orgs. Wendy's, yes. Hey, Krebs, you're still doing that Wendy's tournament tomorrow? I hope you are, because I've been pimping it out. Nice. It's happening. Let's go. Alright. Let's get back into this game. So where were we? We were checking my phone because somebody's texting me at this time of day. My aunt has COVID-19 and is in the hospital. But I just got an update today. She's fine. She's not on a ventilator, so she's doing well. And that is kind of pog. So anyways, that's good to hear. Thank you. I thought that is an acceptable text message to receive while I'm streaming. Okay, so why did you get hit? I can't remember why you got hit. Why did you get hit? Oh yeah, this approach. Yeah. Like, if your goal is to approach, you just ran in. Yeah. This is a wishing approach. This run and dash grab only has one way it works, and it's the opponent holds shield forever. Which, don't get me wrong, Ace, there will be a time and a place when one day you will read an opponent holding shield out of fear. One day you will be the better player than your opponent, right? Really, especially if you're seated a lot higher than your opponent, odds are they could play scared. They could play unconfident. Holding shield because you're scared is a very common thing. So this run and grab could be a sick read. But let's be real here. The odds of this working are actually quite low, right? You need to have a specific read, and if you don't have it, this isn't a read anymore. This is a wish. Against Zelda, you ran up all the way across PS2 and down throw up air. I'm so mad. But yeah, there will be a time and a place when this works. So what I'm trying to say isn't that the problem here wasn't that you should never run up and grab. It's that right now, you really had no reason to anticipate that Bayonetta will hold their shield. Right? They haven't shown you that they're just gonna hold shield. Also, they have a lead. When you're fighting against, you were bad in this situation. It's fine. It was bad in this situation, and that's what matters. So if you are going to play approach, you could have dashed in, dashed back, right? Read a situation. You could have dashed in and stood still, but probably still not optimal because you get ABK. You gotta be careful when you're approaching Bayonetta zone, right? Because you get too close, that's a free ABK, right? Because even if you had held shield, yeah, you could have run up and down tilted, right? That would have been fine. Run up down tilt is perfect, I think. Run up down tilt, maybe hold shield yourself, right? Maybe whatever. Point is you could play situations a lot better than this. You can make it so that you're more likely to win a situation than just running in shielding. You have a lot of options. Than just running and grabbing. You have a lot of options. So you eat this down tilt. Alright, Bayo combo time. You could shield the down tilt and down tilt out of shield. Yes. I never thought I'd see a day where I said, yes, down tilt out of shield is a viable option, but only against Bayonetta down tilt. What did you do here? So you're now at disadvantage. Let me see what option you pick. Did you try a Reflector? Hello, Nico _ says BU. Alright, do not mash Reflector in disadvantage. Did I do that Mii tournament? That is actually tomorrow. This is a preparation stream. This is the Mii stream. So I played Quick Play with the Miis. I am doing a Mii Sword Fighter VOD review submitted by Ace, who is now a subscriber to the channel. Good luck. This isn't a... Let's save my luck for a different tournament. But anyways, after this, I'm going to have an arena with Miis only. Only Miis. That's probably not something you would want to join, Nico. But in case you do, it is open. or at least top 3. I don't know, man. I'm actually really bad on Wi-Fi. I'm actually considering going me Brawler in the tournament. Not gonna lie, I think I have higher chances of winning with me Brawler than with Gunner. If I'm real. If I'm really real with y'all. So Nico, are you still here? Nico? Or did you peace out already? Oh, Nico, I think he left. Alright, Filth, you entered too? Hell yeah. Ellie won't enter, Snaily might. Let's get. Oh yeah, Ace, you're in the me fighter. You're in the me discords. It's okay, Filth. Just sign up. Just sign up. It's okay. We need the numbers. Even if you know you can't make it, just sign up. We'll just DQ you. It's all right. Hell yeah. All right. I was gonna say if Nico was still here, I actually died laughing in the morning when I saw that Nico had made a what's his face, Charlie. When the fact that Nico made Charlie rage just had me laughing. Don't tell anyone that. It's never funny for players to hurt themselves, but this, I laughed. Because it was just his elbows. I don't know, we don't know, the filthy me brawler. That sounds like it should be seated first. So anyways, when you're in disadvantage, do not cape, because the odds of your cape being any good are quite low. I'm sure there's a time and a place where your cape has worked out, but you need to recognize when your opponent's too close for you, right? By the time your reverse comes out, it is way too slow. Way too slow, right? Or 16. Yeah. Frame 16. So do not pick this option in disadvantage. You could have done other things. Now, granted, you don't have any fast aerials to really fight your way down, and that's fine. You can always jump, air. You know the drill. You can always jump, air dodge, probably air dodge. Air dodge until your opponent reads it. So you unfortunately picked the only option that could have got you hit here. And now you eat a combo extension. This is a reset. Oh, and this is from the first stock. Remember the first stock where you got hit by this fair off stage? And you just sat there and did nothing? You didn't keep track of this, right? Yeah, you do now, and I'm sure in the moment you don't remember. But now you got put in a similar situation. Fair 1, 2. This is not true. This is definitely not true. This is 1,000 years of life for Bayo, right? This is definitely not a true situation. You should at least try air dodging towards the stage here. Yeah, you see it now. It's alright. So you did the same thing, so you got red. Oh! Did it hit? Okay, it did connect. The up B, it's hard to see in the blast zone when Bayonetta's up B actually connects or not. But it did connect, so you can... back air, it's not gonna kill. It's just a Bayo combo. Oh, she used her jump? She has no jump, no up B. And now, hey, this is what I was saying earlier. Oh, she went for it. What a troll. They went for it all. And Pog. This would have been Pog. That backer was so close to connecting. It would have been Pog. Yeah, NGL, if you have a 3-stock lead, you're going to go for it all. Indeed. Say he doesn't make it back to the stage, you're like, okay, bro, really? Really? It's okay, then. Now you make this comeback. Would have been on Twitter. Exactly. That would have been the Twitter clip. Think about the risk reward. The risk is they lose 1 stock, but they're about to win anyways, right? The reward is Twitter clout. So you gotta think about the meta game, the meta risk reward when you're in these situations. Okay, goes for the sick read. You know how many people do this? This is what I'm talking to you about earlier. That players are going to either jump over you or roll past you and stuff like that. You low-key picked a bad option, though. You rolled away. Now, here's the problem. You should not have rolled away here, because backwards roll is really slow, and if an opponent jumps down and is invincible and they're pressuring you, they can easily react to this roll away and punish you. You should just try to run away It's like try to kite your opponent. Rolling is not how you kite your opponent. And specifically backwards roll. Because you just backwards rolled to the ledge. And I know you already know this, but just to recap. But your backwards roll is like 6 frames slower. 5 frames slower. Yeah, backwards roll. Yep. Comes out frame 34, and the invincibility comes out 1 frame later than forward roll. 2 frames later than the spot dodge. So if your intent is to dodge an attack, spot dodge. If you're trying to position yourself, forward roll. Ideally. Very rarely, actually, you know what, I'm going to say practically never back roll unless it's out of shield and you have an explicit purpose. If backwards roll can be fine out of shield if you're resetting neutral. It can be fine. And if you can't jump. If you can't jump backward, if you're scared of jumping backwards and getting hit, then roll backwards could be fine. But you gotta be very careful. Forward roll would have gotten you F smash though, which is why you shouldn't have rolled at all, period. That's the problem here. Why was rolling at all. Just keep running and try to kite Bayo and try to guess what they're gonna do. And you down tilted an invincible opponent. Don't do that. Not much to say about that one. With time, you'll become more and more familiar, and it will become intuitive when an opponent's invincibility runs out. So yeah, you down tilted an invincible opponent, and then you down tilted again. So yeah, don't do 2 down tilts in a row. We already covered this though. We already covered this. So we're just gonna keep going. Okay, they're trying to. Oh, that was kind of. I like that. I like that up air. You're just gonna get back on the stage for free. They're just trying to get the clip right now with this edge guard. You definitely don't have to go for this. I understand why you went for that down air. When you have a big deficit, this is actually good. This is actually good. Let me tell you why it's good. Because when you have a massive deficit like this, right, you need to go for crazy edge guards. And the reason you need to do this is because you need to think about the risk reward. If you do a very crazy edge guard, like just no fear, risk it for the biscuit type of edge guard, if you succeed, suddenly this game is significantly more winnable because you just took a stock at very low percent, right? And if you guess wrong and you die, well, let's be real, you're about to lose anyways. Like, what are the odds? Like, think about it. If you started 100 games and your opponent has 2 stocks and you only had 1 stock at 110%, how many of those games would you really win? Should be like very, very, very low percentage of games you're going to win like this, right? Which means suddenly you're not really risking it. You're not risking an even game. You're not risking a lead. You're only the ones you can cheese. Correct. You're only risking a game that you're about to lose. So going for these type of plays is fine. You gotta do it, right? You gotta make plays happen if you have a deficit. You have to have a confidence. Now, this obviously doesn't mean start throwing out moves. That's not what I'm trying to say. Either I'm not trying to say go for things that will never work in 1,000 years, right? But I am trying to say is if you're very good at edge guarding, right? Don't worry about there are some players who are good at edge guarding, but they won't edge guard because they're afraid of the reversal, which can happen, right? And there are definitely times you have to think like that. Like if you have a lead, maybe going out there for an edge guard might not be worth it, and ledge trapping can be more consistent. But if you don't have a lead, you kind of have to go for that edge guard because you can't ledge trap your way to a 2-stock comeback, basically. But he got upbeat anyway, you got hit, yep. So this down air was fine, it was just a bit too slow. But it was the right idea. And sometimes that stuff happens, but look, you didn't die. You're still in it. Okay. Shielded it. I don't know about this drop shield F tilt. So, you probably were not familiar with how unsafe this down air is. So just look at it real quick. It's up here. It's up here. Down air is minus 23. So you even had time to jump backwards out of shield with down air. Bear would have whiffed, yeah. But because it's frame 23, if you just jumped, drift back, down air, that would have worked. Or turn around down tilt, it would have worked. I know the timing for dropping shield and turning around and down tilting isn't great. What frame is Dare for Sword Fighter? It's like 12, right? Right? 14. And Bayo down there is minus 23. 14. So you could have drifted a bit back with this. But I probably think what's best would have been for you to drop shield, turn around, down tilt. That would have definitely connected. Right, because shield drop is 11 frames. Down tilt is frame 5. You could do it. You have more than enough time for that. But you went for like the easy input. It is so much easier to input a forward tilt the other way than a turn around down tilt, and that's why you did that. We gotta go for what is, even if the forward tilt's from 10. Yeah, you should have gone for the down tilt, because if you mess up the input, honestly, it's whatever. If you mess up that input and you get a down tilt facing forward, that's not that big of a deal, right? Because it's only 19 frames if you whiff it. But if you actually connect it, you get more pressure going. So I think you should have done that instead. So yeah, that's just, now you know. That's just an optimization thing for next time. She's just trying to witch time you. Okay. Okay, just jump, you fast fall. Okay, good fast fall. Okay, this is nice. Nice little short hop fast fall because you recognized, oh, there's nothing for me to do here anymore. Now you throw a chakram. You held shield. Yeah, I don't like the chakram, actually. Again, this approaching chakram, what would you gain out of it? Even if it had hit, right? If it hits, what do you gain? If it whiffs, what do you risk? And if they shield it, what happens, right? I don't think this was good. Because, yeah, they jumped over it, unfortunate. People will try to jump over your projectiles, and now you're in a bad spot, you're like, oh shit, I got a shield. This is very, very common. So yeah, I think if you wanted to approach, that's fine, but I don't know, I don't think that's how you want to be using chakram. I think it's a very low chance of success, and you're just risking too much for too little reward. It'd be one thing if it was like the slow chakram, and you approach with slow chakram, and you tell me there's this nasty, Carlos, I know this nasty confirm for the slow chakram. Like, it sets them still and I get the freest F smash of my life or whatever. Or this nasty 60% combo. Then suddenly that's a very different risk reward. The slow chakram is less safe on shield. Well, you shouldn't be approaching with the chakram with and thinking, huh, what if this hits shield? I want it to be safe. You should be doing an option like this. This is what I'm talking about, like the risk reward, because this is also, neither chakram is safe on whiff, right? If it whiffs and they're putting a jump over it, like they're going to against a lot of zoners, people are gonna try to jump over your projectile to cover space and reassess. This is good anti-zoner play. Maybe against a bad player in a vacuum who just sits there and shield, it would be wave bounced. Okay, something like that. So let me see how much end lag does your chakram have. 52 total frames. So this projectile is a big commitment. So if you're approaching this projectile, it doesn't matter how safe or unsafe on shield. You say fast chakram is safer on shield, it's still minus 20. That's not safe at all, right? And you're still, so the strong throw is minus 20. That's not safe at all, right? So what's the difference of these 7 frames? Both get you punished. Minus 20, minus 27? Doesn't matter. They both get you punished. They both have a 52 total frame commitment. right? Such that if someone jumps over it, you're put in a horrible spot. Because now you're dealing with someone in your face. It's not what you want. Ugh. But they tomahawk. They try to go for this tomahawk up smash. They could just grab you. You know this. Alright. Hit their witch timing again. With the witch time. Free grab. Let me see. What do you get here? Back air? I don't. Ew, why'd you fair? That's what I'm. I didn't want to say anything, but it's kind of a. I don't think down throw fair is not a thing, right? Right here after that up smash. What? Yeah, I don't know why you fared, but I didn't want to say anything because it was probably just a misinput or whatever. So you grab. Depends on the percent. Okay, so down throw bear and that could be a thing on the percent maybe. Oh no! Don't shock grab and disadvantage. No, you didn't get hit for this, but you should have. Do not shock grab and disadvantage. If you play a character with a projectile, do not projectile in disadvantage. Just don't. Don't do it. Too many players get punished for it. In fact, you know what? You know what? Let me show you what I mean. We're gonna go to what are we gonna do? Katakiri versus Cosmos. One of the best zoner players. Versus Cosmos. Yeah, one of the best zoner players, right? So specifically to show you how much of a problem this is, right? To show you how common of a problem this is among zoner players in tournament, right? Pulling out a projectile and disadvantage when you're off stage, right, gets players at all skill levels punished. So I'm just gonna pull this up, that way you don't think, I don't want you to feel like I'm just shitting on you or that nobody else has this mistake, because too many people have this mistake. What is happening? We're just gonna go look at the last stock in the set, because usually they get punished for it later in the set. No, you understand it's a bad habit? Alright, we're gonna look at the last stock in the set, because usually the further on the set goes, that's when this habit gets punished. Alright, so last stock in the set. Will they... Oh my god! They projectile and disadvantage. Okay. Will they die for it now, though? Look at that. Look at that. Now, unfortunately, they did the thing. Yes. Now, they didn't die for it. Will they die for it now? No, because they're too far. Okay, okay. Will they die for it now? This just kills, right? Look, they projectile and disadvantage. Oh my god. And they chose the laggiest one. Sorry, specifically the slowest startup one. They're doing it. Hey, they did the thing again. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at here. That's how common of a habit it is. Now I want to show... It's really, really, really common. I used to do it when I played Ivysaur. But then Duo bodied me for it, so I kind of stopped. They are definitely... Nico, they're actually... You know what? They're the best Mii gunner in the world. But I'm the... We're different in our own ways. How about that? We're both best at what we do. And it just be like that. So anyways, but thank you guys. Y'all too kind. You would disagree, but you won't. But you shouldn't. He definitely has better results. So... How does he lose this stock? Try to bounce it back. I want to see how he loses this stock. One of these stocks, he has to lose one of these stocks because of this habit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Do you see this missile? What was the point of that missile? I'm just built different. Alright, whatever. Whatever. Okay, nice up tilt. Is that a taunt? Oh, he taunting. Okay, now he loses. He has to lose one of these stocks to this habit. There's just no way he doesn't. Oh my god! He's doing it! Cosmos, go out there! What are you doing? You can't let him get away with this! Read it! Oh my god. What the heck? The heck? Okay, one of these stocks. He has to lose one of these stocks. Okay, the last game. Who won the last game? Okay, Sans. Come on, please tell me. Okay, this is the stock. This is the stock where they press a grenade in disadvantage and they die. Has to be. I just refuse to believe it's not. Okay, well now they're too high. Come on, man. Do it. Do the thing. Oh, that was quirky. Projectiles and disadvantage. Yes, that is the topic of today's review, for it is quite a common habit. And I don't want anybody who watches these VODs thinking, I should also use projectiles and disadvantage. Not that that's what Ace is thinking. Fair is a projectile. Yes, it is. And while it's a great mobility tool, any mobility tool, when predictable, it's just too obvious. Ooh, okay, Cosmos. He's going for the thing. He died using it. Indeed. So that is technically a projectile disadvantage. Dude, oh my god, he didn't do it this time. Hey, see, that good. Good recovery. Bad recovery. Come on, Cosmos, be brave. I know you can do this. When I play against other meat gunners, I fiend for that so hard. I bop him for it. Alright. One of these stocks has to be it. I'm over it. This is... Oh, okay, so it didn't happen this game. Come on, man. Last game? Or does it never happen? Is this the power of being the best Sans? Is nobody punishes your projectiles and disadvantage? Okay, what was that? What was that right there? What was that right there? Maybe we finally found it. Oh, okay. Okay, nice F smash. Okay. I don't know about that missile. Oh, Cosmos almost got the hit. You see that? He read it. He almost killed him super early because of it. But alas, he's just slightly off. But he had the right idea. He had the right idea again. But didn't read the drift back. Oh, okay. You see he's figuring it out, though. Cosmos is definitely looking for this. Like, okay, bro, I know you're matching this projectile, so I'm going in. That didn't kill. Yeah, that didn't kill. There it is. There it is. So, to anyone watching, you could clearly see that Cosmos is going for this over and over and over again. And finally, is able to get the kill. Because they're out here. Look at this grenade has no chance. So this is kind of what I'm saying. This is actually a really common problem in projectile players at all skill levels. You won't believe, when I played against Jokers in bracket at regionals, you have no idea how many times I hit them with... This is super gimmicky, but me gunner back throw into charge shot is super fake. But it was only working because Jokers kept mashing the side B off the stage. So I'm like, why would you do that? So I just charge shot them for it, and they die. They're like, oh. I'm like, yes. Oh, the yeehaw. That's a Carlos special. Some rando-ass charge shot that should never work. Okay, so they finally lost their stock to that. Now, will they learn? In the heat of a moment, usually... Here's the thing. Here's the thing. In the heat of the moment, in this tournament, right, Usually, if you have a bad habit, this is why it's really important to iron out your bad habits at like locals, in friendlies. That way, you don't have them when you go to regionals, because it's really, really, really hard when you're trying your best to like not die and everything, to realize a habit's been exploited and fix it mid-game is really hard. Almost nobody does it, right? Very few players are like, oh yes, why you keep, in fact, reading the fact that I like to roll after you jab my shield compulsively. I will simply stop doing that. Very few players, if they truly have that habit, and is that predictable, they're not going to fix it in a single game. Sometimes they don't even fix it for the whole set. So it's really, really important to have a second pair of eyes, and somebody look at your play and be like, hey man, couldn't help but notice you got this compulsive problem, and help you out there. You see this? This is now a compulsive problem, and I don't know enough about this player. Maybe they don't do this, actually. Maybe they don't do this at their locals or in their friendlies, but something about the heat of the moment, about regionals, brings this out in them. It says, and this type of stuff is pretty common, but the more and more regionals you attend, the less and less you'll be doing stuff like this that you don't, unless this is actually a habit. Probably not. Or maybe, because their projectile users do have this common habit. Okay. And nope, they're gonna do it again. They're gonna die for it. They're gonna die for it. So as you can see, if they simply did not do this one habit, they'd be getting a lot more mileage in this matchup because they wouldn't be. That was edgeguarded twice in a row. Free edgeguards. Ooh, that was a quirky down smash. Oh, nice. This is a nice. See, like they're playing neutral fine. Their neutral's not bad. It's actually quite good. Like I'm seeing their anti-airs, the opponent anti-airs. They're like reading, oh, Cosmos, you want to jump over this? Well, now I'm there. Joke's on you. I'm not throwing another projectile. So like they're playing well, except for the F smash. But they're playing well. It's just that off-stage thing is causing them a lot. And like you can see, these projectiles have like no chance of working, or like this risk reward is not worth it. I cannot believe that hurt. I cannot believe that worked. I can't believe that didn't kill. Okay, Cosmo's kind of wishing with that grab. Oh man, he's not getting hit by a single grenade. Cause he's good. Ooh, okay, good tech. Oh, nice. See? This was a nice dash grab. Nice ledge trapping. Projectile and disadvantage. This is actually compulsive, so I'm not going to talk about this anymore. But the point is, do I have a set on stream where I punish someone for this? I don't think so. I can't. When was the last time I fought a zoner on stream? Yeah, I don't know. Point is, don't do it. Don't do this. If you're think about it, if you're playing against Toon Link, some Toon Links pull bomb in disadvantage, or they boomerang disadvantage, right? Don't do that. Don't chakram in disadvantage. Don't pull bomb. Don't grenade. Don't missile. Just get back to the stage. It's not worth it. And they let you back to the stage. Okay, you should have died. Oh, you're gonna roll. Oh no, they reacted to that roll, but they didn't work. You think the point was made, yeah. And it's really, really common. So if you don't have this habit, if you do not have this habit, you will be a lot better relative to every other projectile player on planet Earth by just changing that one thing. What happened here? A directional air dodge to the ground. Oops. It happens. Don't do it, though. I think it was easy to see why that was a highly suboptimal option. Alright. So that's gonna be that. And I think we've talked about this a lot. You know how I am with my VOD reviews. We usually only review one game because it takes me an hour, 2 hours to make it through 2 minutes of content. So I hope you learned. I'll try my best to remember to upload this to YouTube. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I keep forgetting to upload VOD reviews to YouTube. I don't know if you actually want to review this later just in case, but hold up. I am going to put a note on my phone to upload. I had a VOD review yesterday. Hold up. Who did I review? Oh, I reviewed Narf. Okay. Upload these VODs. We had man, what was his face? Narf, and that was yesterday, 5/24. We had Ace, 5/25, and I can't remember anyone else's because yeah, I keep forgetting. Rolo, I need to review Rolo's VOD of him versus Strife. Rolo versus Strife. I can't remember when that was. I'll have to look at it. 5/20. I'm gonna say it was the day before, but I really can't remember. Question mark? Yeah, I'm gonna put a question mark for that. Alright, so I'll try to upload these in my YouTube channel. Maybe I remember. Yeah, you think so? Yeah, I think it was 2-3 days ago, something like that. So anyways, that is going to be it for that VOD review. Thank you for sitting through. I hope there was a lot you could take away from this. There's a lot to learn in this game. It's a lot to learn. So don't feel bad. And thank you, Ace, for submitting the VOD review. It is not easy. It's not easy to submit a VOD review. And I'm gonna put the disclaimer at the disclaimer. I'm gonna put it at the end of this VOD review, but usually I put it at the beginning. But it is not easy to open yourself up for like criticism, right? A lot of players, too many players in fact, they just want to hear everything that they're doing right. They don't want to consider the possibility that maybe they're just bad or whatever, right? They don't want to hear anything negative. They just want to hear, yo, so what are the chances that I could be Leo? It's like 10%, right? It's kind of nice, right? So taking criticism is not easy. It requires maturity. It requires a will to succeed, to improve. So thank you. And especially when this criticism is going to be online, right? So a double thank you for being willing to have your VOD reviewed on the internet, right? Because there's some people who want to get criticism, but they don't want they can't have people finding out I'm having a VOD reviewed. I don't want people to think I'm a nerd or anything like that. And those type of people have a hard time making it far. Phil, if you'll take criticism of what I'm doing right any day, yes, and that's the mentality needed to improve. So thank you, Ace. Yes, there are so many aspects of this game, right? There are so many things that you might not even notice until someone points it out to you, how you're playing advantage, disadvantage, suboptimally. Because normally, the way you learn is you learn things are bad because you get hit by it. But that might not necessarily be the case. At a certain point, right, you'll stop doing things that get you hit, but that doesn't mean you're playing perfectly, right? There's a lot of more subtle details that even though you're not getting hit, you're still making mistakes. But that's how people start off. They're like, oh, I got hit for this. This was a mistake. But yeah, like as you become a better and better player, you realize, oh, I lost this opportunity to get these hits. That's a lot harder to think about. It's a lot harder to realize, or thinking, what did I do? What could I have done instead to maximize my chances of having a favorable outcome? That's a lot harder. You're fine taking criticism, especially if it helps me improve. Good, Ace. That's what matters. Alright, so will we do another VOD review? It's kind of 10:22. Should I do another VOD review, or do we make the me-only arena? I'm not sure how many people actually want to do a me-only arena. That's the thing. I don't want it to just be. When do I usually do VOD reviews? To be honest, I don't have a set schedule, but usually when I stream, I end up doing one a day. I've been doing them pretty often, right? But it's not like I have a 6 p.m. is my VOD review. You can submit one easily. Alright, Filth. Let me see. Let me put you on the list. Since you are here, since you've been here quite a lot in the stream and been pretty active, I'll do one of your VOD reviews. To do... Yeah, I'm not gonna do these. Alright, so I'm gonna do... Who'd I have? I believe Picanol had submitted a VOD. Let me see, actually. I think it was Picanol. Hold up. I have a playlist. Where are they? Oh, watch later. Yeah, this is. I believe this is Picanol. There's a Smash update right now. Wait, is this real? I don't see it. I didn't see it. Switch update is for the Switch, not Smash. Okay. Gotcha. Switch update. Alright. So I got Picanol. And I believe Picanol said to do it on Wednesday. To do on 5/27. And Filth. I'll do yours tomorrow then. I don't think I have any other VODs to do. So Filth, if you do submit a VOD, send me the YouTube link, and I'll watch it tomorrow. Now, ideally, you should be in the chat when I do this, but it's not necessary if you can't make it. And I also can't promise a certain time. Tuesday is usually the day I'm busiest, so I'll start streaming on Tuesdays, usually like 8 or 9 p.m. Alright. Yeah, Nintendo usually does say a couple days ahead when the Smash updates are coming. You have a lot of Yoshi and Cloud ones. I would suggest submitting the replay of you versus the best player you have faced yet, or the player that has destroyed you the most. The harder you lose, the more there is to learn. I definitely don't want to see one where you win. You forgot to say the Sheik VODs? Damn. Dude almost 3-stocked you? That would have been nice to see. We're gonna watch this. I don't want to watch this. Daybreak Falco Wolf. Only problem is you don't lose. Let's go, Mac. Well, one day, Mac, if you ever lose. Alright, big if. Big if. But if you do lose, that would be a worthy VOD review. You wish Smash had an autosave replays like Rivals? Yeah. Wow, you know what? Maybe we should play Rivals of Ether right now. Not happening. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that you have to turn a replay to MP4 for real. That is kind of annoying. And then you have to sit through the upload process. You can't directly post to a YouTube channel anymore. I missed that from Smash 4. To your own personal YouTube channel, I mean. Yeah, we're not gonna watch this. Are we? Are we gonna watch this? Or am I just gonna talk shit about projectile players' habits? Oh man, I really don't feel like talking shit. Ooh, that was a nice dash grab. Yo, wait. This actually perfectly exemplifies how you should play against zoners. This right here. Alright. This was extreme decisiveness. Alright. So now So they jump over one projectile, they jump over the second, and immediately run up and grab. So, you're down for that arena? Yeah. Usually, when you have to play against zoners, you can never punish the project. If you're too far away to punish a projectile directly, you have to position yourself such that you punish the next option. And you can read them. And especially against projectile users or characters that don't have great aerial options, they'll be very hesitant to put themselves in the air. So you can usually just run up and grab them. Now, there's not that many characters in this game that have bad aerials. But when the character has bad aerials, they're not going to be in the air. So run-up grabs like this kind of work. And it's a risk-reward. You whiff it, whatever. You get the grab, that's a kill confirm. Okay. Ooh, dash attack stuffing out the next projectile. Oh, they played Shield Chicken. Cosmos lost the Shield Chicken war. It was nice. Okay. Okay, we're gonna run into that missile. Gonna try to beat out the missile. Can't do that. Now. Ooh, yeah. Bro, you can't do this. Cosmos. What the heck? I just got done shitting on the other person. And you know what? I forgot Inkling has a projectile. So they throw a projectile on disadvantage. Are you fucking shitting me? You see what I mean? This is a huge problem. And look. Free health. Free health. Was that 22 health? Or am I just bad at math? Bro. Can't do this. After you punish a player, it's like punishing a player, like, haha, you have the stupidest spot dodges in the world, and you spot dodge yourself and you get red. Oh my god, that was 22 health. Oh my god, you just... Why? Oh, man. You did very good, so you'll send it. Hey! Hey, didn't we talk about you had to do a VOD review of one where you do really bad? Where you, one where you're in a matchup that you have nothing about, so you keep getting hit. That you can learn the most. You lost a match though. Oh, okay, like you played well, you just lost because you got outplayed and stuff like that. That's fine. Like, obviously I don't want a match where you just miss input 3 times in a row and that's not helpful either. He's a very good Yoshi. Perfect. I love watching Yoshi. Ooh, nice. Ooh, nice. Clean. It's kind of looking like the anti-air of my dreams right here. Nice anti-air. Ooh, nice S-smash. Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Do they win this game? They don't win this game. How do they lose the game? You know, we're going to talk about how projectile users lose a lead. Standoff is happening, gang. Let's go. If y'all haven't seen the standoff, hey, Filth, have you seen the standoff 2020 announcement trailer? If we have to cancel, which we'll find out in months from now. Okay, Filth. Wait. Standoff 2020. Alright. We'll do big online tourneys with the finale in person. Oh, got you. Got you. Oh, it's a game. Well, it's actually a Smash tournament. Smash tournament video.